I'm making some really simple and quick bread machine bread. I've already got my water in there. Here is my recipe that I'm using. Forgive the plant that's in the way. But anyway, all I'm gonna do is throw all the ingredients. Next, I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm just guessing here. And it calls for sugar, but I don't ever have sugar in my house, so I usually just substitute some honey. And some salt, and I just kind of guess at that too. About 1.5 teaspoons. 3 cups of bread flour is next. And I may still make some traditional sourdough, but I'm not sure. Now I just take my finger, make a little hole in the middle of the flour, and then I add a package of yeast. And then I also throw in a good helping of my sourdough starter. She's been nicely fed yesterday and she's ready to work today. So I'm just going to get this in the bread machine and it's going to do all the kneading and get it all mixed together. Well, it's actually going to do all the work. And that gives me time to do other things. Whoops, fingers out of the way. I've got it in the bread machine. I'm just going to close the lid, find my setting, which I want it on 1 for basic. And then I'm going to just push start and it'll go through the whole process. It takes about 3 hours and we have a delicious loaf of bread. Now I've got a couple of roasts and I'm gonna make 2 of them today because it's Sunday and you never know who might come by. Now the weather's nicer, my family's getting out and about more, so anyway, if anybody comes by, I'll be able to offer food. And if not, we'll have a ton of leftovers. And I'm putting the seasoned side down. And I have my Ninja on saute so that we can get a good sear. Luckily, these are gonna cook down and they'll fit better. But yesterday I was outside doing a lot of yard work, and as you can tell, I got pretty cut up using, it was chicken coop stuff. So chicken wire, always fun. But today I'm a little worn out. I do have more yard work to do, getting the garden ready. I'm excited about that. I have a little greenhouse that I set up yesterday. Got some of my seeds out, and I'm just gonna season the others. Oh, all right, that'll be fine. The other side of these roasts. So I definitely won't be adding any seasoning later on because that's all going to cook down into the broth. But once I get some potatoes in there, that little happy accident will be just fine. Potatoes soak up salt, and that was seasoning salt. Some black pepper. Alright, and I'm just going to sear those, flip them over when they're ready. And then switch it over to slow cook and kind of let dinner cook itself today. Alright, so this is on slow cook, on high. Very bubbly. I have added one of these onion soup packets. It's the beefy onion. And I have a red onion that I need to use up. And we love onions in our roast, so it's going in the pot. And I've got about 5 russet potatoes that I peeled, washed, and quartered that I'm just going to toss in. And I'm going to pour in a little water because we have plenty of stock or broth going on in seasoning, and I want to make sure that those potatoes aren't just sitting there getting all discolored. Last, I'm just kind of crushing up some dried rosemary and sprinkling that all around on top of those potatoes. The lid back on. Let it go for a few more hours. All right, here is the bread all sliced up. And here's what the pot looks like. All of that beef is cooked up and fall apart tender. And I didn't even bother to add any other vegetables like carrots or anything. It is just a meat and potatoes and bread type of day. And here's my plate. I did not see a soul today, but that's probably because it snowed. It was so nice that I was outside in short sleeves yesterday. Well, not nice because it was super windy, but it was warm. And then today we had snow. So, looks like we're gonna have a bunch of roast for leftovers. And I guess I'm okay with that. It is St. Patrick's Day. Who's Irish? I know I have a touch of Irish in me on my grandma's side, but who doesn't? And here in the States, everybody celebrates St. Patrick's Day. Well, a lot of people. I won't say everybody, but there's a lot of people out there drinking their green beer today. And Bill said that he was looking forward to some sauerkraut and sausage today, although I had other plans. But we're just going to whip that up real quick. And then I'm probably going to make some burgers as well. Oops, and I'm just realizing what I did. I need this pan for something else. So let's swap it out for a smaller one. Not fun when you start off in one pan or one bowl and realize you need it for something else. Well, I'm going to work on getting these ropes of smoked sausage cut up into bite-sized pieces. And I just like to make sure that the sausage gets a little browned like that. Can you see it? Before I drop it. Anyway, I just like a little bit of crisp on it myself. So while the sausage is cooking, I got busy and made some hamburger patties. And this is what I'm using. Let's see what we've got. 85/15. I just used 2 of these and just sectioned it in thirds and made 3rd-pound burgers. And I'm just gonna season with some garlic powder and some salt and pepper. And I'm going to just do this top side first. I'll put them in the pan face down and then season the other side. And I know it may be a little bit of an odd combination, but our son will not eat sauerkraut and sausage. He doesn't like it. And I can do a little bit, but I don't want a lot of it. But anyway, I totally forgot to wear green today. And I just want to feel like I'm doing a little something for St. Patrick's Day. So it's just going to be sauerkraut and sausage. And I didn't get pinched at all for not wearing green. I remember when that was a big thing at school when I was a kid. So we're just going to let those cook. Flip them over, let them cook on the other side. You know how to make hamburgers. And when they're all done, we'll just melt some cheese on top. I'm burning my sausage. But this is how we like it. Man, I cannot wait for dinner to be done. I'm tired. I mean, who likes to work all day and then come home and cook? Sometimes I don't. Let's just be honest. Okay, looks like I have a can of sauerkraut, so we're just going to dump it in. And just mix it in. I like when the kraut gets a little bit of like fried too. And because we are who we are, I'll probably add some crushed red pepper. And we're just going to let this cook and simmer, and those flavors are going to kind of meet up and do their thing. I just wanted to add some pictures of my project for the week, which was getting this grow out coop prepared for when the baby chickens are ready to go out, which they are so close. We just need Mother Nature to get on board with us. They grow so fast. I can barely believe they were this little just a couple weeks ago, and now look at them. They are ready to be outdoor chickens. Next up on the menu is Sloppy Joes, and to make them, I just raid the condiment shelf in the fridge. I always add tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers to my Sloppy Joes, but when I have a jar of salsa just sitting in the fridge, I grab that and use it instead for a quick fix. I just brown up my meat, and then I just dump the salsa in. We had a couple jars of salsa in the fridge at the time, and it was just a way to use it up and make a really quick dinner on this night. I just started adding in the rest of the ingredients. I put in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, some Worcestershire sauce, some minced garlic, some crushed red pepper, and some ketchup and mustard. But you could add anything that you like because Sloppy Joes are just so easy to modify to suit your family's taste. After mixing everything up, I just let it simmer, and the longer they cook, it seems like the better they taste. But sometimes you just can't wait to get into them. But it's okay, you can eat them right away if you want. I just cooked up some broccoli that I added some chicken broth to and a little bit of butter. Well, this is dinner. I am having my Sloppy Joes open-faced. I always eat Sloppy Joes with a fork. I always have done it, even as a kid. I don't like the sloppiness of it. And I have some very cooked broccoli, but I have gastroparesis, so I usually have to have a really soft veggie if I'm eating them. But that is dinner. So simple, so easy, and these Sloppy Joes are so good. Just ask my kids. Just making up a really simple dinner. And I would tell you what it is if I knew what it is. So I know I'm going to make something with chicken. I have some boneless, skinless chicken breast, so I'm just heating up some avocado oil. And while that's getting hot, we will figure out the rest as we go. Okay, well, I lied. I thought I had breasts, but I have thighs, but that's fine. We like those too. So I'm just going to get them in that hot oil and get some seasoning on them. I'm going to start with some salt. And some pepper. Some garlic powder. And some thyme. I've given these chicken thighs a few minutes on the folded up side, and I kind of unfolded them so that they could cook under there, as you can see. Chicken thighs are funny looking, just rolled up. So they cook up really quick if you unroll them, I guess. That's the word I'm going to use. Rolling and unrolling. All right, I'm just going to let them cook on the other side, and then I will remove the chicken to a plate, and I'm going to make some rice and then add my chicken pieces back in. This is what the chicken pieces look like after being flipped back over. So I'm going to remove them onto a plate. Now I've got 2 cups of rice, and I know that's a lot. I actually want to make a lot of rice so that I can portion it out and take it to work. And I've got the lovely oil and seasoning and chicken drippings in the bottom of this pan, but I'm adding some Knorr chicken bouillon. And now I'm just going to let the rice cook and absorb all of the liquid. The rice is just about done. Just going to fluff it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to set those chicken pieces right back on top. They are cooked all the way through. I did all of the stuff and checked the temperature, cut them open. I even ate a little bit of it, a piece or two. But anyway, I just want to put those back in so as the rice is finishing, we can get some more chickeny flavor. And that is it. Another quick and simple dinner that just kind of sort of got thrown together. But sometimes those are the best meals. And I'm just going to use the same plate that I set the chicken on. Anyway, just a piece of chicken and some rice. This is just some good comfort food. If you live close to where I live, which is Michigan, then you may already know it snowed again. First day of spring and we got snow. We always do. Seems like it's always just Mother Nature having a good laugh. All right, let's see if I can't get in there a little better now. So I just made some cream style corn to go with it, and it's kind of running all over the place, but that's okay. This is the kind of food that tastes fine, kind of all mixed together. But that's it. That's dinner tonight. This one was pretty quick and very easy. And it's so good. I'm so glad I made so much rice, and I will be able to eat leftovers for a while.